Okay. Yay, that did unmute itself. And it looks like it's grabbing the right microphone as well. Good job.
Da, 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 da. We're back. Uh, how's it going?
I'm stressed about something right now.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
Catra's got something in her eye and it's bothering her, but I cannot get it.
crap.
Yeah. So it's just gonna have to be one of those journeys to the vet.
Yep. I'm gonna
But the
flush
problem
it
is
out.
like she's crappy now because she's like, oh, something's in the eye and I can't get it out. And it's like,
It just keeps getting better. Now we get to go to the vet. Oh, eek. That's
I
no good.
don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing to go see the vet, but it's more of one of
Uh,
those. It's like I was pondering taking her earlier and just canceling it, but she's like, so she opened her eye and she looked fine and she was running around. It's like, oh, okay, there we go.
okay. Wow.
Hello, hi and how are you? Welcome in from
Hi, everybody.
YouTube. All right.
Ooh,
So
mystery YouTube people.
yes, we have Mr. YouTube people,
I
and I'm able to like
had
see
one.
the chat and like be responsive. It's like, oh my god, this is
Yeah. That's awesome.
it is. That's like really cool. I
Uh,
just need to make sure that the actual sound is going out to YouTube now.
right. Yeah, I haven't even checked my VODs in forever. It's archiving everything.
So I
I had one. I had one visitor. She was my niece. That was it.
hold on, I think it's working.
I hear me in there though.
Yep, YouTube is working correctly.
Yay! Oh no, that's good.
The guy,
Yeah, let me go check my YouTube now. I'm curious.
yeah. Well,
Let's
I
see.
set up the
YouTube.
so I built a new machine, new
Yes,
computer. Who dis?
that's
But the
right.
problem is that my YouTube settings appear to be super janky at the moment, and they
Uh,
seem to be below what they're supposed to for the vertical format. So today they're just going to be a little on the janky side. I'm sorry. Um,
I'm live. Da-na-na-na. Okay. Well, and there's audio. Huh. Sorry, everything was echoing. So you built a new computer and what?
um, I thought all the settings had
Sorry.
come across because I'd used like the
Oh,
ADM suite for a lot of that stuff. Come to find out, it did not come across the way it was supposed to.
ick.
And so, I'm streaming last night. YouTube's like really pissed at me and it's like screaming every other message. You've done the thing incorrectly. It's like, but I've
Yeah,
done the
you're
thing
breaking
correctly.
it.
Um, but there's not much I can do
Wow.
about it. Because like once you start the stream, you can't change the bit rate of a video.
Right.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, that's tricky. Yeah,
I
I
was
wonder because oh god,
yeah, go for it.
I was just wondering because I'm up. upped my Twitch to that, what, the 2K format or whatever they rolled out a few months ago.
Mhm.
I wonder if that has, if that, well, no, I guess it wouldn't because I use Restream, so it's sending out two separate things. So I'm assuming it'll send YouTube what YouTube needs, and it sends Twitch what Twitch needs.
Yeah, so the multi-stream I have to set up, like the ADM multi-stream package I had set up, and then they introduced this thing called, oh, it's the ADM multi-suite that you can put on OBS, and it'll kind of like reskin it a little bit and make it a little bit more cleaner.
Yes.
But the problem is that the multi-stream requires you to, well, the suite requires you to reset. Oh, I remember you. Good morning, Lit. Hi,
Hey, Lit, how's it going?
um,
Morning.
but apparently they didn't repackage their multi-stream the way that I thought they had. So the package was slightly different, and you have to reset up settings again. It's like, what the frickety frack are you guys doing? So I just, you know, so I thought I had it fixed because I did test streams last night before I went to bed, and it's like, oh, it should be fixed. Nope, this is in fact a lie. So the Twitch versions, the YouTube vertical is going to look really crappy today. Some figures and they're all happy. Yay!
Oh, and I didn't update my description, so that's good. I was trying the art channel to see if that would make any difference.
Sometimes it
Not so
does for
much.
some people, and sometimes it doesn't. It just depends.
It's not doing anything for me. I just gave all the dogs some pig ears. Sweet.
I'm sure they love that.
I don't think ours has had a pig ear yet. I should give Arjun a pig ear. I bet he'd love it. I need to get some. We tried these bully sticks, and he just chews the yummy stuff off and leaves the rest of it sitting around.
You know what the
That's
bully
like if
stick
you're
is,
giving
right?
treats no, I guess not.
It's
They destroy the pig ears. I bet they do.
it's the bull male member.
Ah, yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, yeah. Either way, like if you put treats in his food, he got this thing where he like won't eat unless there's little bits of goodies in there or something, some dog food. Because he's got dry food, and if you put some wet in there or put some of these little topping thingies in there, he'll eat around the food just to get to the toppings and like pick out food and drop it on the floor. He's a pig. Like, dude, I don't give him treats typically. She does, but in the food, I bet your paint palettes even level. What? What? I bet your paint palettes. Oh, bet it's even level. Who's that one? Oh, this is my palette right now. It's like 4 different projects of paint on here. So we're gonna work on this guy. He's a gift. That's what mine looks like too. Yeah, I just kind of scatter. I work as I need it, and if the paint dries up in a spot, then I'll put some more paint down. It's like I'll just keep using it. I do like this paper better though, that's for sure. Using the parchment paper instead from Redgrass instead of the super reusable hydrating blah 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 blahs XK9 Studio XL B3. Parchment paper works fine.
I mean,
But
that's what I've been using for a while now. I swapped out of using the Redgrass game. I need paint.
yeah, I started with the regular paper and then I thought, oh well, it's new and cool, and it saves money and it'll last longer. And it's like, yeah, all right, but
It's not really lasting that much longer, is it?
not really. I've had this paper on here all week. you know, it's fine. I just basically what I do is I lift up the paper. That's why there's runs on it, because I made the mistake of doing it while there were live blobs. But I lift up one end of the paper and just squirt like a ton of water in there every couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep it hydrated. Of course, I can't
One
be
of the
doing that when I've got actual wet blobs of paint because then it runs all across the palette.
One of the things I was doing with the red grass game ones to make them last like a full month or something was I would take a paper towel and lay it on top of the paper and hydrate it and below and just close the lid and be like, okay, we'll come back to it tomorrow.
There you go.
And then
That's
just
work.
take off the wet paper towel in the morning or when I start my next session.
Do you cover it too, though, with the?
I would,
The-
yes. I would have it just a little bit of crack.
Yeah, because I cover mine, but I drilled a hole in the lid so it's got ventilation. Like a
Well, I mean,
half-inch
us
hole.
in the South have to be worried about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not worried about fall winter weather apparently because it's like 72 degrees here right now.
Welcome to
In
our
the middle
psychotic
of
weather that's
November.
never going to make sense.
So I'm doing up this guy. This is our wizard buddy. He's actually a sorcerer. He's not a wizard. Tell me
Oh
the
no, no,
difference.
he's a wizard.
But he is for my friend Chris and his wife Molly back in Portland. So like a holiday gift. So I spent a bunch of off-camera time just tweaking his face and hair, and then did a bunch of work on these bottles. So we're working on these bottles right now, and then I did up this creature, whatever bird thing. Yeah. So we'll keep tweaking it. I want to work on this. I want to work on this crystal today, but cold as fuck here. Uh, that's all right. I don't have to paint. It's all right. You can chill, visit.
I mean, chill and visit is 100% acceptable.
Yeah, because it is kind of a lonely hobby. It's nice to have people to rattle on with.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And I
what
did
are
drop
you
you and
working
Layden
on?
that document I said I was going to write so we could
Oh,
invite other people.
yeah, that was good. I think it explains it pretty well.
I started writing it. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm at work right now writing one of these really
Right?
quick.
It looked like that. Like, oh, I bet he's happy writing documentation on his free time. I totally thought that. It's like, ah, shit. I couldn't be bothered to do it when I was getting paid for it. I did it, but that's one thing I think really got me. It just came up this week. Was they when they got hold of me, like they've got hold of me 9 months later to go, hey, we think you might still have a company computer. And I'm like,
So
yeah. And then my supervisor hits me up like half an hour later, going, oh, someone needs to get a hold of you. They didn't do the deboarding process right, and
you're
blah
like,
blah blah blah.
hold on. There's a part of me that wants to scream about this. So what do you got there, High and How, for your news? I can't see your chat. I'm
Ooh.
with my good buddy Smiling Beagle, and we're doing a streaming together thing. So, where I remember this last left off, you
Yeah,
had been reaching out to them
yeah,
because they have not given you the proper unemployment stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah. So
then,
we got all that worked out. But yeah, they didn't offboard me at all. Is what happened. The HR person from our office in Jersey, she kind of just totally dropped the ball. She ended up getting fired like 3 days later. Because I emailed HR at headquarters, which is in Arizona, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get this information, and she's being unresponsive, and I need to get the insurance transferred, blah blah blah. And she was gone like 3 days later. Sorry, Caitlin. Sorry you lost your job, but that was not in my control. I didn't mean to get you fired, but
well, that's not about what's in and out of your
anyway,
control. It's all
they
about
dropped it.
like the ball that got dropped. That's the problem, right?
Oh yeah, it just kind of fell through. I mean, they hit me up 9 months later to get their computer back, and I said, sure, as long as you send me a box to send it back. And then they had somebody else like, okay, your box is coming. So anyway, it's been a cluster, the whole process. But it made me think, right? So going through this part made me think, like, they kept telling me what a valued employee I was and how valuable I was and blah 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 blah. But there was no qualm. I mean, this stuff couldn't be taken care of.
So
And
it's
they couldn't laterally train me to keep me on because I'd been there for 10 years. You know, there was no loyalty. And I think that's the part that kind of hurt. Like nobody really cared. It was all lip
well
service.
for me. Oh my god,
Reynolds.
I I was thinking about this recently. Also, I love how green this looks and how this is popping on my camera right now. I did swap
Yes.
out and get a new camera too.
Oh wow. We went shopping.
Well, I
Oh,
got the upgraded version of the USB one I was having. Um,
okay. Wait, I gotta get your stream. Where is it? There it is. Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
but
Yeah, it's good.
um,
Agree.
but the reason why I swapped it out is because I wanted to utilize the Elgato. So my adventure into this streaming process. I don't know if yours was somewhat similar with it, smiling, but the also lit. How is the volume for Mr.
Just
B?
be high
Is it
and
coming
hungry.
across fine, or you can't
I'm
hear
just
it? Can
high.
you?
Hey, it's all
Y'all is
good?
fine. Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Um, during this adventure, I've came across like so a lot of cameras aren't using or they're not utilizing as much um on processing nowadays. So like the idea of like your contrast and your saturation is not exactly how it's working as much anymore. And what they've started trying to switch to is the idea of like a post processing thing called like a color chroma LUT sort of deal. So like
Okay.
you could buy like this LUT that's essentially a filter, a live filter for your camera. So I could
Gotcha.
swap to like a grayscale really quick.
Ah, okay.
And you can kind of get like that. You can see how your contrast is forming live.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's cool. That right there is handy as oh yeah.
Uh,
I like
so
that.
so you could
So
swap
like
between
just a
them.
push of a button, yeah.
Yeah. And it's really cool that you can do it that way, but the problem is you have to buy a expensive piece of hardware. Or a
Oh,
rel I say expensive piece of hardware. It's a
I've colored that's neat.
yeah.
I've never seen that. I think that's awesome.
Um so you have to it has to like so like what I was finding is that a lot of them had LUTs in place, but you had to buy like specific software or you had to buy a piece of hardware for it, which could be relatively expensive depending on what you're looking for, right? Um, so during like a Amazon Prime Day or something, the Elgato capture card came up for sale, like a USB junction card. So you could use that, and essentially, when you buy the hardware, you can utilize the software, but you have to utilize the hardware as you're actively, using the software because you
Uh,
can't process any camera through it. You have to process through the capture device or your capture
oh, wow.
tool. And it's like, okay, so I swapped the camera out for it's the same brand that made the other one. It's just this one's a little bit more digital and it's HDMI out instead of USB out. So you could, in theory, I could have probably used the other one, but it would have required like a USB C or something. And it's just like, it seems complicated. Um,
Yeah, that's where it got messy here because I've got a USB hub because I've only got one, two, three USB-C ports on here. and then one right, and then a video port. So, and because the cam link has to be in a USB-C, and so does the microphone. So that takes up two, and then I've got a USB hub that's taking up one. And in that, I've got I can only have one camera in it, and so that's the face cam when I have it on, because it won't there's not enough bandwidth
Yeah.
in that USB port for all the stuff coming in, so you only get like one camera. I had
Yeah.
five, but it like you were saying, it was so convoluted and hard to manage, and I was like, well, screw
Yeah.
it.
But thankfully, I've resolved all of that on this PC build, and it's
Nice.
but you still have to use the tool, and it's like the tool kind of sucks that you have to use it. Yay! There you go, Jay. I got the emote wall working again.
Boom. Hey, hey,
Boom
JJ.
shakalaka.
Gonna work on this crystal today. I was gonna work on the commission part, but I've got to wait for a response. We're gonna change the cloak up. So he originally wanted, where is he? He's over here. He originally wanted like a blood red cape so that the um, masks would come out more. But now it's like, no, make the cape like bright red. It's like, okay. So that's his update he gets to do, and then this guy will be done. He's like, well, why not like paint it red with gold trim and then paint all the masks gold? I'm like, we're not going to keep going through this for a month. You're not going to give me that much. It's just like web design. It's like you had to save the client from making really dumb decisions. Like, why do you really want to do that? Why does the logo need to be bigger? How
Have
about
you
if
ever
we
read
do
the
this
Oatmeal?
instead?
Um, with
Yeah, that sounds really. Yep.
he had one that was talking about web design, and when you said that, it reminded me of it. He goes, "Yeah, every so often, like there'd be like this random bit of conversation that would come up from the client, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I had my mom look at it, and she has a real eye for seeing this stuff." And he's like, "What are we even doing at this point?"
Right.
Um,
Yep.
there was a really
Yeah,
funny,
my wife.
uh,
My wife looked at it and she said that the logo's not big enough and maybe use this other color.
mhm, uh,
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
but then that gave birth to like the expert video where the guy's like, "Trust me, I'm the expert," and it was like, "Can you
Right.
make a line?" But then they go, "But can you make the line curved?" And he's like, "So like a circle."
Like a circle.
Yeah, it was
Oh God,
hilarious.
those were nuts. Those days were crazy. Uh, yeah, I think that's what the issue was that it was so new that people didn't know they didn't know what they wanted until they saw it, you know, and they didn't know what their issue was. Like if you showed them a landing page and they'd go, "Yeah, or I need the logo bigger, or this should be something else." It's typically because there's something else that they want. It's not that the logo needs to be bigger, it's that maybe they're not getting the message, or this other thing is a problem. I know it's like
Hmm.
define what the actual problem that they're having is.
Yeah, and you have to decipher that. I mean, that's kind of what my
Yeah,
Friday
yeah,
was like a little bit. And it's like,
yep.
what are you
Can
guys
we
trying to
do this?
tell me versus what you're actually showing me?
What is it that you actually want? What is
Because
crystal and what is tree branch?
Friday I had value engineering study presentation that was That was a level of special, but whenever someone wants to talk about government waste, I'm like, don't until you understand what the government actually looks like in terms of waste.
Oh,
But
crazy.
like the whole point, they're like talking. I'm like, why are we talking about this stuff out loud?
Mm,
It's like, oh, you know, we have to value our existence and the 40 hours that 5 people spent on this project.
right. And it's got to go on a spreadsheet somewhere.
It's got to go on a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet's got to get turned into a PDF form, and then the PDF gets sent out to everybody, and then the engineer has to review it, and then we have to accept, reject, or accept with modifications, go through the entire process of accepting through modifications, and then do all of the same work that they did, but now do it differently and make it look correct. So that there's a real
That
apples
sounds
to
about right.
apples comparison.
1-to-1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come here, Mr. Bushi.
Oops. Huh.
Keep trying to throw my brush down in the wet palette. Had to look over to see what it is.
That's a
Hello,
mouthful.
Clone Squad. How are you?
Hey, hello, hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, thank you for the phone squad. How's it going?
Thank you for the follow.
Thanks for joining our madness.
Yes, it is just myself and Smiling Beagle tonight. We do not have a Lady Neurosis. She is dealing with something personal, I believe.
And tasting paint. Nice.
Ooh, what kind of
Space
paint you
Marine.
tasting?
I still want to make flavored paint.
So Sam Lynn's joked about having Monument Hobbies make a bacon flavored paint.
I believe
Speed paint does have that funky taste. I can see the appeal. There's a scent to
it.
some of those colors that make you go, can I eat this?
Where the heck is my music? Just went through the roof here.
What squad you painting up? Or which?
Army painter speed paint. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that they definitely have that. We should look at custom chapter of Terminators. Excellent.
All right. I'm just painting a crystal today.
Uh,
Maybe.
I never. They're like really gray and love ripping stuff. Ooh. So not Psyker Grey Knights, but Grey Knights if they were cool, like Grey Knights and Imperial Fist mixed together.
They're just really, really gray and ripping stuff apart.
Yeah.
Big sets of things to paint. Yeah, I've got a couple things at a time. It's like I kind of went overboard. Like I've got 4 things right now that have paint on them that are various stages of being done. But I don't
Welcome.
have much of a backlog, you know.
I mean, come on, Smiling. You've seen the everything that I do.
Got like shelves of shit. Can't do that. I would feel claustrophobic.
Oh, that's
Grey
cool.
Knights mixed with Imperial Fists and some Night Warriors. Right on.
So the Grey Knights were loyal defenders of Terra, but they were
Oh, yeah.
anti-psychers.
Oh, a whole army of the
Oh my
same
god.
thing? Nah.
I don't know
I'll
if I
do
can
that for
do.
commission, but not on my own. There's no way. But there's all just one. Lots of. Oh, yeah.
KT, welcome in.
True. True. Hey, KT. How's it going?
Yeah, they're anti-psyker, but they're psychers essentially. So when you said gray and ripping things
Yeah.
apart, so they're the Gray Knights with Imperial Fist mixed in, but they're not the psychers. It's like the Imperial Fist got lost on their color,
Eh.
which is not a bad thing. I mean, that was always kind of funny, and like when I was getting like really heavy into D&D and looking at like resources to acquire and things that would kind of like help move the story along.
Nice.
You read like DM Dave is his name. And for a while I was subscribing to his Patreon and I dropped it because it was like this is too much. Now you need some Uhu glue and you give him the Night Lord vibe. Oh yeah. But essentially he ran a podcast or he was running like a section where it was just called Read the Damn DMG for Read the Dungeons Master Guide.
Yeah.
And essentially what him
Yep.
and Nerd Arky were doing was reskinning a lot of monsters from like they would reskin like a Staff of Power or something from the standard book and give it like just a little bit of flair or something, right? Instead of giving it like the full, like instead of like sitting down and like recreating it all and like thinking about how it would use.
Just kind of updating it. Just
uh,
because we got scammed by a merchant. Yeah. Right.
so on Sunday night,
Ruthless.
I will not be streaming Cutie Patootie Sunday because I will be streaming with, or we'll be doing our Layden Roses D&D game. Will be on Sunday night, so I will not be streaming. I'll be hanging out with them, Layden, myself, Adeptus Druncus, and Sleepy Wolfie. And we are going to see the effects of what happens after we shanked a red cap and killed some hyenas, and after I accidentally knocked out our paladin. Turns out when you walk into a group of hyenas and shout thunder, you got to make sure that they're out of range for the paladin.
Good to know. One of our magic guys has a spell that turns people inside out. Everything was fine until he wanted to use it on dogs. Great.
Yeah,
Like
no.
enacting the thing in D&D. Or the fly. Right? When he was testing, everything kept turning inside out.
So we
That's
hadn't.
really gross.
I think we inspected, but I didn't take the red cap bandolier yet. I don't know that it's a red cap. I know that it was a red cap just because I saw it, but the character does not know the significance of it. Like I've been thinking about how I want to go about the investigation of said red cap post when we reconvene our stream. And I'll get to return to working on Baka and see if I can get past the brown that I'm working on. But yes, I am playing a Tortle Druid that mercilessly shanked some hyenas last session, and the DM's like, I am upset that you didn't try to make friends with them. I'm not making friends with effing hyenas. While that I acknowledge they're animals, I am a druid and understand the balance of life, man.
I'm one with nature.
Yeah. I need to find Chakra's song and Silk Song and hum that for my ritual casting when I'm doing that. Instead of, because like our very first session, we all come together and we're meeting in the tavern. And it's, we're sitting there and it's like, Layden's describing it, and he's like, yeah, he puts like this thing in front of you. I was like, I ordered water, and the first thing I do is they're like, I'm gonna ritually cast detect magic and poison.
Mhm.
She goes, she's like, all right. So I'm like, hamana, 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 trying to ritually cast because it's got a verbal component to it. Just spending 10
Okay.
minutes doing hamana, 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 hamana,
Hamana,
hamana,
hamana,
hamana.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to watch some of. I was living vicariously through Day 9 for Silk Song, and I watched that character come into play, and it was really interesting. Like Team Cherry did an amazing job writing that story.
Actually, this side would go down. So I'm trying to think of crystals upside down.
Upside down
So,
crystal. Just turn it
well,
upside.
like,
Turn it the other
no,
way, and you can think of it right side up.
it's not that hard. No,
I think Lit was saying something to me like that last night, and they're like, "Look, I'm upside down." So I turned the camera upside down. I'm like, "Does that help?"
turn it upside down. Nice.
I'm helping. I'm helping.
Does this help?
Is this help? Is this what we call the help action?
It did not help.
Well, we spiraled into the conversation about help is such a dangerous word sometimes.
True.
I also got my standing desk fixed so I can be in a standing or a sitting down position, and it's all great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still got mine up in the office. I thought of bringing it down here, but I don't have enough room now.
It's so originally I had set the desk I had bought one of those under desk mounts for that you can mount to anything. And I had the tower mounted there first, but I did not like how wobbly it was. And it was scaring me just a smidge. I'm like, no. Like I started having doubts in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it on the ground.
Yeah. If I trust that.
So you know, back to Micro Center I go, and like I'm like having to buy like all these extra long cables because it's like I needed like 10-foot or 12-foot long cables instead of the standard 3 or 6-foot that it would come with.
Okay.
And it's like I did not realize how expensive cables were, or I might have risked the other thing. Just found like a way to like put something soft underneath it just in case and be like, oh well.
Oh yeah. It's like the mount on this camera. It's because it's pointing face down. The third party lens lost its adhesive, and so if I leave the model sitting underneath it, it was just falling off in the middle of the night, like landing on the models. Like this is not good. So I hot glued the lens on, so that's not coming off. We'll just take care of that.
Hold on, I gotta stop for a second. Hold on, everybody. We're going to DIY our own camera mount here.
That's right. We'll just hot glue everything together. Do the whole thing.
Oh, that reminds me of the first episode of the Orville where they had a. Oh,
Oh, the Orville, yeah.
thank you for that stretch, Layden Rosses. I need to come up with a lurk channel point redeem. Also, where were you last night, Layden? Catro's waiting for her treat. But the very first episode of it, they were talking about, oh, you should have seen me. Just give me some macaroni art. Oh, okay. I thought you had more than that. For what they were working on, because they were using essentially hot glue to stick something to like a time dilation device. I'm like, how you know it's real science fiction? We don't know how to do this, so we're just gonna make it up. It's okay. Auntie Lit got her the hookup for that liquid crack. Okay. Thank you, Bluetooth, for disconnecting and reconnecting. Scares the ever living crap out of me. But how you doing tonight, Layden? You okay? Ish. Okay.
I said, Beagle, oh, did you just wake up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I did. I did. Mhm. Yep, yep, yep. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Mrs. Beagle. How are you?
Yeah.
TPK. Let's go. I'm really regretting not taking the cantrip healing word or the cantrip healing spell, but we're gonna rock and roll.
When you left the TV on, and it was still playing that documentary with Jesse Michaels.
Oh yeah.
It's 4.5 hours long.
Wow.
This guy talks a lot.
He's written like tons of books and all that other stuff.
I only have like 4.5 hours left in the last king of arguments for
Hmm.
by Joe Abercrombie, and it's getting to the part that's like really interesting and good. But then that's when I noticed that Catra was having issues with her eye, and I was like, son of a biscuit. But then it started working out, so then I like, well, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Well, young here.
Yeah. That's going good. Just painting the stuff.
What's everybody doing?
Huh?
What's everybody up to?
Oh, not much. What's going on?
Bum, 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 bum.
Rare?
Sorry, I was lowering my desk. Lowering it so I could sit for a bit and paint.
Nice.
Ooh, tell us what you make. I did a Chipotle bowl
Ooh.
because I realized it was
I should go make a food. Ooh.
I didn't have enough time to make pork chops, so I shall make the pork chops tomorrow. Excuse me. Oh, do you have any more info about the Squidmore Open, or is it just
Uh-uh. Yeah, no input. Of course, I haven't checked this site in a couple days, but
okay?
I
I can
think
go
I'm still
check
probably
that
in the
and do it
know.
myself.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Crystal. Hungry. Damn it, what?
Oh shoot, I'm in ads.
I wasn't hungry till you said that. I gotta change my paper out. I literally have no room left. Oh wait, there's a spot. Tasty orange. Thank you. How was your nap?
Good. Was your not?
I had a nap. That was good. Food appeared. Delicious tangerine.
Okay. So how does this?
Woof, 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 woof.
What's up, sweetie? Hmm? You want to be near me? It's okay if you want to be near me. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. 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 That's not for you to
No.
eat or drink. Hmm? Are you trying to tell me you're hungry? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hmm. Okay. Do I need to go get you dinner?
Hmm.
I think I need to take a small break and go get
Yes,
her some.
please.
What's that?
Yes, please.
I think I
All
need.
right,
All right.
go feed her.
I'm gonna go feed Kitty really quick. I'll be right back.
Indeed. Whoops. Can't see it. Ah.
Banana. All right. She has been fed.
Yay. Hmm.
Mm.
Hey, Smithereen.
Hey,
Thanks
Smithereen.
for the work, Lurk.
Thank you for that work, Lurk. Be safe, friendo. I'm just sitting here trying to think about how do I make the next screen be different than this screen, but yet still be pretty green.
Shades of green.
Well, she would be wearing like a hunter green kind of color when she gets painted up. So she has her sashes that are going to be going around kind of the green of the background of this that you want kind of to be like naturey green or, muted so much sort of deal. I'm not even done with the dumb idea that I've got floating in my head yet. Oh God. But because I'm making faster progress on the front piece now that I kind of know what I want to do. I just need to get some shades going up on it,
That's good. Mhm.
so I can get that like contrast moving up.
Right. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Wow, chicka, wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Actually, this would be up backwards because at the crystal, that would be the facet. So this would be lit up. If the sun's or whatever our light source is coming down this way, that means this one's also going to be lit up. That side's right. This side's upside down.
Are you having fun
Good
with
thing
light
it's
and crystals?
yeah, good times. Just tackling the main one right now, and he's got a bunch of little ones. But once I get the light worked out, we have to repaint that. That's all right. Yeah, he's almost done. Do a couple more sessions. I should have him out the door.
Is that one of the three? Is that a 3D printer? Or is that a?
Yeah, this is a print. He was a. I've got the original. I think. Where's this little guy? Yeah. So this was the original print I did like 2 years ago, and I promptly broke the top of his staff off. So he's been sitting in this drawer over here, and I thought, my friend wanted a crystal or a wizard guy, and I was like, all right, I got one. So I reprinted him up. Boom.
The rate in which you go through minis is insane. What do you mean, Layden?
What? Oh, breaking? Yeah. No, every one of them. Almost every one.
What a What am I, just like invisible some days? What do you mean? How often am I cranking stuff out? I have a folder of like 63 finished projects.
Yep. I got these guys. Let's see if I can get all four. Wait, so these are all the ones currently on my desk. There we go. And then, yeah, well, because I paint a ton. I'm painting like 6 hours a day though. So it's like I'm making a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
But like this guy I've got until next August to finish. This one I just kind of pick out when I get time. She's almost done. I just gotta finish her and refine her stuff and paint her quiver. And then this guy we gotta redo his it is nice not having a 9 to 5. This is my 9 to 5. That's what we're trying to make happen. Now we just got to introduce money into the equation. We got to redo his. We're gonna brighten his cloak a brighter red, and then he's done. Yeah. So yeah. And then this guy, I'd like to get out the door next week, so my friends can have them for the holidays.
I mean, I'd like to not
But
have
yeah,
a 9 to 5 right now.
yeah, I miss having money. I mean, I've sold some stuff off eBay and Etsy, and that's nice, but it's not like making up what I need to be making for us to cover our entire nut, you know. We're hemorrhaging money a little bit, so. But it's hard to find a job, and I keep getting rejection letters. I even got a rejection letter from Guitar Center, for God's sakes. I'm like, you can't get hired at Guitar Center. I don't know what. Or Walmart, or Costco, or any of these places.
I
So,
know we should be thankful, but I'm kind of tired of the people that I have to work with, so I'm a little less
yeah, I
thankful
don't
for
miss
that right
it.
now. It's the
I
people that are
certainly don't
driving
miss
you.
it. Yeah, I liked the work okay. It's just the stress of that environment as
Yeah.
in an agency like that is it was just killing my soul.
Yeah. It's the stress aspects. You're like, yeah, I think I'm good without that. Like if I could do the
Yeah,
work
yeah.
without having all of that stress, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we have a conversation. But the problem is you have
I mean, I
all of that stress.
yeah. I mean, I work better if you just give me a project and let me go on it. You know, it's like here's what we need done. That's why I liked like getting on a project that was, you're just doing maintenance and maybe new feature builds, and it's all Scrum and Jira based, so it's all tickets, and you just do your thing. You know, and then people leave you alone until it's time to put it into QA, and then all hell breaks loose. But
You put
I
it
mean,
into
building stuff on my
QA,
own. Yeah, hand it
and
off to QA and they tear it apart.
well, I mean, Mark UK could do stuff in one shot and never needed QA.
Well, we had to. I mean, they might not have commented on anything. We had some guys like that though. On the last project, we had an Indian fellow, part of our offshore crew, and he was pretty amazing. They pretty much like passed all his PRs always. I mean, once in a while they might want to enhance a thing, like, hey, can you do this with that just a little bit? Okay, cool. You know, but I hand stuff off to QA, and you think you've done your absolute best. You've gone over it like 8 times, and you hand it off, and they just shred it like you don't know what the hell you're doing. I would, I would be good at a QA person. Your whole job is finding faults in whatever's passing your desk. I'm good
So
at that. I've been finding faults in myself for decades.
that becomes such an interesting conversation sometimes on how people would perceive like a QA or a QC. And there's times where I'm like, I don't understand the resistance and the reluctance to it. Like I understand it from the point of view, it's like I don't really want to deal with it because someone's like, I think you should do something slightly different. It's like, have a good one, Jay.
See ya. Silent Hill time.
Um, where people are like, oh, we feel that these reviewers get paid by the comment. It's like they don't get paid by the comment. I mean, they're getting paid because expectations of what's supposed to be happening sometimes.
Well,
But then
it's
there's
what's
like,
in the scope of the project.
yeah,
Right.
and you're not there to add scope to the project. So it's like, you go through the set of plans or you go through your code line, you go line by line and you're like checking it and you're like, yeah. And then you get to QA and there's like someone that makes it like a really snarky comment. And you just kind of like want to ask them the questions like, so who hurt you and how do we make this right now?
Who pushed pick in your Wheaties this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it was a big part of imposter syndrome, right? So I never felt like because I wasn't a natural programmer, like some of these guys come out of university and they're just whiz kids. And I actually had to work on it. I came from like graphic design first and I had to
Mm-hmm.
learn development and it's hard. It was hard for me. It wasn't something I just picked up and could see algorithms and code me up an accordion in like half an hour. Okay. Or build a date picker from scratch. Are you fucking kidding me? That kind of, I can't do. It was a lot of work for me. So for like my whole career has just been like, well, when are they going to find out I don't know what I'm doing? One of these days somebody's going to find out that I have no clue what's going on. And I don't know what I'm doing. And there's so many people better than me. And, so that was quite the dilemma for a long time. Even though my employer never gave me any evidence of the contrary. They thought I was great.
Yeah.
But my head, I'm just like, because I wasn't as good or fluent as these other folks, that meant I wasn't good enough. And it's okay to be good enough with where you're at. I think that's what I've learned over the last few years. Where I'm at is good. It is good enough. Doesn't matter what anyone else's skill level is or whatever. This is good enough, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a big one to learn.
And it's just like, I don't know what to do sometimes with like some things. It's like, because I was like listening to my reviewer yesterday complain about a project they were trying to get to go out the door. Because they needed to have something. So it's essentially it's going to go out on Monday now because the plans were so rough. But it's at the same time, it's like, here I am busting my butt trying to make sure that I do all the things right and, try to address as many comments as I can, get things squared away as I can. And it's like, I get like this ticky tack comment, make sure you follow this detail. It's like, who cares? We have like a 2-mile freaking ramp lane. It'll get followed, just not right now.
Yeah,
Sort of deal. But then I'd like look at what they're trying to like push out the door, and I'm like, these look like crap. And here I am, trying to do my best to get all this stuff squared away. And there's times he's like, oh yeah, I'm just finding little ticky tack things. It's for the most part, it's fine. I'm like, okay. It's just it's frustrating.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're right. I like mislabeled that one thing, or it's like not consistent between the things.
Yeah, little stuff like that I'm good with.
Like when it's stuff like that, you're like, this is a solid review.
You miss a cap. It's when they start interpreting what you're trying to do and then like overthinking it. Because in our workflow, it was like you get a ticket assigned to you, then you work on it. So you're done, then you push up a PR, and then QA reviews it. Well, first it's got to go through the engineer, your supervisor. So once the PR is approved, then it goes into the staging repo. Then QA looks at it and they comment on the ticket. like this needs to match this color, that type, there's a typo here, or this should be like that, or whatever, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you get. Then they reassign it back to you. You fix it, reassign it to QA. But you could sit and go round and round with QA for an entire scrum if it's a really complex build. So, the little stuff was cool, but I would just dread turning into anything into QA because if they have an agenda at all, like, no, I think it should be this way. It's like, well,
Oh my
that's
God,
not what the
those are the
client
worst.
wants.
Those are the ones that I'm like,
Then they start putting their opinion in it. It's like,
yeah,
wait a minute, you're just creating more work that doesn't need to be here.
yeah. Or
Anyway,
it's like I have this
I don't
personal
miss any of
view
that.
that it's like it should be this way, and you're like, but actually, no, it's not. Right? It's
Yeah,
meant to
we lost
be
it. Mm.
um like you're supposed to be here to like solve a problem or QA something that's like obviously wrong. Well, I wouldn't do it that way because that's one of the things my boss taught me really early on one day is there's right, there's wrong, and then there's not how I would do it.
Right.
I
That's
don't
it.
care about that's not how I would do it.
Right.
I want what's right and what's wrong. I'm like, okay. So
Yeah, we got into that with one of the because I got brought on to the last project I was on. I was brought on to that, and then they had this other woman that they brought in from our offshore team, and her and our principal did not get along at all. And she was that kind of person where it's like the principal would say, "Well, why are you doing it this way? It should be this way." Yeah, I mean, technically it should be that way if you know React and TypeScript and all that stuff. And she would just argue with her about why she does it the way she does it or whatever it was. It's like, well, no, well, no, we need to do it. And they would just go round and round. She lasted like 2 weeks. They're like, we got to get somebody else in here. She's not working out. So,
and I mean sometimes it's not a big deal to do something one way as long as it's like, okay, I kind of understand what we're trying to do. But at the same time,
right.
it's like if we get lost in these details of like fighting how we would or would not do things, I would just lose my mind. And I know you see me, Layden. It's just I'm a little raw from Friday's call still. So to that, call.
Yeah.
We have to go through what's referred to as a value engineering study. So our project breaks a certain amount of dollars in order to look like we save money or care about the fact that we're trying to save or spend money. What they want to do is they want to have what's known as a value engineering study. So you have to go present your project. These engineers go into a locked room, essentially review it, and they come up with like 10 or 12 proposals, and they bring the proposals back, and you have to accept or reject them at some point later on in the future, and you go that way. One of the things that, what's that?
I just said yikes.
It sounds intense, but it's actually kind of a joke when you think about what they come up with or what they spit out, right? Like if I wanted to value engineer your code for something.
Oh no.
Well,
Layden. Wow.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that. Another reason to not do retail or customer service. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So we're in the value engineering study, and during our presentation, we had said my PM said something incorrect. And he's like, "Oh, well, we need to close the lane." I'm like, "No, we don't. We don't need to close the lane." So I give like the suggestion, and I toss out, "No, there's nothing in there that's really going to violate this. We don't need to do this. We don't need to worry about that." The value engineering guy goes, "We have a construction of maintenance of traffic. Instead of closing a lane, you can do this thing." I'm like, "We never said we were going to close a lane, you dumbass. Thanks for listening on the call. Really helpful."
Right.
Quality proposal you got there, Smarty.
Smarty. Oh yeah. dealing with customers. I was never client facing. The only time I was client facing was during scrums. Otherwise, that's what the PMs were for. They were to insulate you from the client. If they're a good PM, they would.
I mean, some
I had
PMs were
one PM
good.
though. The project before the last one, I was on for 2 weeks after I'd been taken off. Nobody bothered to tell me. And I showed up for Scrum one day, and the PM was like, "Hey, you know what? I just discovered that. I just realized you were actually rolled off this project like 2 weeks ago." That's how this company was kind of run. You know, it's just like, okay, whatever, guys.
It's
A
like,
little scattered.
thanks, guys. Really helpful there.
I want to make this my 9 to 5 job. I mean, I'm kind of doing it, but I need money involved in it too, somehow, someday. I don't know how that works, but we're going to find out. It's one thing if I get this, I need a better printers for sure. I mean, this prints out good stuff. Sometimes it prints out crap. It depends on the scaling, I think, is what messes it up, and the angle that you put it at if you're adding supports to a model. Like this one had its own supports. Like Loot Studios, they support all their stuff. But if I took all the supports off, say I got the unsupported version, then I'd put my own. But on the printer plate, I'd angle it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you have it at the right angle, then it'll print fine. If you do it at the wrong angle, then you'll get like scan lines and stuff. So there's still stuff I'm learning, but like that one the Fighting Fantasy one, whatever, Fighting Fantasy contest. That's one of the first place prizes is a printer. Like a really nice printer. It's still going to be announced, but it's the bulk of the prize.
That's
Value.
good.
Yeah, so that'd be cool.
I hope that you do well.
It's just fun, you know. I mean, yeah.
But
It's fun.
But that's kind of why I was like, I am like visible, right?
Grumpy. Yeah. Well, that's rough.
But I understand what you're saying, Layden. Like, if I had to deal with somebody like that, it's like, so I've had to deal with like from a software standpoint, someone wanted to stand up like an old version of a software. And I'm like, you can't do that. I was like, well, that's how we proposed the project. And it's like, you literally can't do that, dude. Like, this is 100% against everything we're supposed to be doing right now. People are like, well, you know, it's funny because people are like, well, you know, we've got to make money somehow. And it's like, you're not going to make any money off of this project because it's going to cost us more to maintain this older version of crap
right.
than it is to deliver a newer project. Like, what's the point? Well, you know, that's what we told the client we were going to do. It's like, all right, so just so you're aware, this software is dead. Like, I don't know how much longer it's going to survive on a machine before global IT comes in and goes, fuck you, it's gone.
Get this out of here.
But like, just dealing with that guy, I'm like, how do you make a decision like that and not consult anybody? He's like, well, you know, it's like really great. And, you know, this client's going to like, we're going to make a lot of money from it because it's a really, you know, gravy type project. It's like, but we've already spent what you said you were going to save. And it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fine being a grunt, just show up to work, but making like stupid decisions like that, that's no good.
Like, that kind of stuff just drives me up the walls because they're like, oh, well, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not.
It's really not. Well, they have to do that at Karen's work because they're using AutoCAD and then all these other third-party softwares that work, you know, for their workflow. Yeah. And they're always running into incompatibility issues and shit. IT has to get into her computer like once every couple of weeks anymore. It seems like because she's remote. She's got a laptop here, and then she has a tower that's
Mhm.
actually at her desk in the office, and so she's accessing it that way. So they're always trying to keep the software up, which is good. You know, our stuff was cool because it was e-commerce software, so it was getting updated. They just roll out patches, and then it was just up to the whatever tech lead, the back end guy to make sure all the patches are installed. So we weren't, the only software I actually used was VS Code and Photoshop. All the rest of it's all FTP server stuff.
But yeah,
But yeah,
it's
it can be rough. I could see why you don't want to, why you're not getting the painting vibe.
yeah, and it's just like
Karen gets like that. She gets work stuff and she just does not want to create or
yeah,
sculpt or anything.
because I mean, you look at that kind of stuff and you're just like, seriously, like what what did I do today to deserve this special level of stupidity to walk into my life? Or it's, to Layden's point, from a corporate standpoint, you're not supposed to turn anybody away because it's, profit. But when that person's like a garbage person, it tends to hurt everybody.
I got accused of breaking a fireplace remote control within 2 minutes of holding it. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Wow.
That's one level of special right there.
It's a level of special. Yeah, some people's kids, people can be ugly. I got fired from a dishwashing gig one time because some nasty waitress accused me of stealing tips off the tables when I would bus them. She's telling me I'm stealing her tips. I never stole a dime from any table. She was just nasty. And she couldn't figure out why people weren't tipping her. So she blamed it on me. But that was back when you could work. Like, I'd started working in restaurants when I was like 14. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you had a work permit, you could work under, was it like under 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was washing dishes all through high school and junior high, and she was the nastiest person I'd ever run into. Oh, where are we at? I gotta take a break. Damn, I would just sit here and paint. I gotta stretch and stuff. Refill the caffeinator. I will be back in 5 minutes.
I mean, I'm sorry, Layden. That's not always the greatest feeling when you know the person's actually wrong. Yeah, but you could always take a knife and stab them later on. Not the correct thing to do. ever. Like, being a bully does not benefit them in the long run. Well, I mean, that's like you have a relationship with your supervisor that can help defend that. And if the supervisor's smart, well, no. It's frustrating for a different reason because everything we do is so word of mouth based now that bad customer service ends up impacting more than we think it should, which has a bigger impact on you than it's supposed to. But I mean, it's all because this person's being a douche. Yeah. It's becoming more of a thing sometimes, though.
Look at his partners. Catch up here.
Depends, Layden.
You wonder how their life is, you know.
It really
You
depends on the, like
She
that
probably
person.
early on not to talk back to this other person. because they would be treated the same way.
Yeah. Like if it was them, it would probably be a very different conversation altogether. Right? Like if he wasn't there and he came in to talk to you about it, it would have been an easy like 5-minute solution. But because he felt the need to take the lead, it's stupid.
We're dumb. Yeah, my ex was like, she was the person that would always complain about her McDonald's order being wrong, but she would do it. And it was funny because she was the only one that ever got wrong McDonald's orders. I only have ever gotten a wrong order like twice. And she see if you'd have talked to her, you'd think it was like every time she went. But she was one of the ones that was like really snarky about it. Hey, you screwed this up. Like, what a mess. It's just nasty. And I'd sit there, I was the one that wouldn't say anything because I'm just like embarrassed, basically. It was like, I don't even know what to say. I
It's
don't really
not
care
hard.
if
But I mean, you look at it and you're like, what? Sometimes it comes down to a decision. It's like, do I say something and then I have to deal with it for like the rest of the week?
yeah, well, yeah, it becomes
Uh,
a whole thing.
And it becomes this whole thing that it's like it's not meant to be this whole thing, but at the same time, it's like,
It's funny what we'll do to not be alone.
yeah.
Yeah, put up with so much shit just not to be alone.
But I mean, to the point, like if I saw my partner actively do it, it's like, hey, lighten up on this person. They didn't do anything wrong. They're living their life, doing their job. Let them
Right.
do the thing. If they say the remote's broken because like you pressed on it too hard, it could be broken. Like I knew a diesel mechanic that was always frustrated with one driver because the way they change switches, right? For like cars, that used to be like those flip, like hard click clack switches to get like power windows to go up and down, right? But now they switched them over to be like these rockers. And this guy would always need a window switch replaced in his truck because he would get in the truck and he would just like mash his finger on the button. And it was like always really hard and complicated. And he's like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to rock the switch back and hold it. You're not supposed to like treat it like it's some like mechanical button that you put like press down really hard on because it's like getting stuck and it's breaking because it's like an all plastic component. It's like, it's not the plastic's fault for breaking or failing. It's, this. And he's like trying to explain it. Or like this remote here, I went and got a battery for it. And I'm like, I don't know what size I need. And I open up the case and it's really hard to tell. And there's like no actual writings on the remote what size battery you need. And all you have is this size. I'm like, I don't know what size I need. And I felt really bad, but the guy like helped me out and got me the right size battery. And we had to look it up together. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I should go look up the website and I could have figured it out. But he was like super helpful and didn't have to be. Like, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, when people treat people like humans, you know, they forget is we're all trying to do our best out here. I mean, I didn't speak up against her just cause I was bad. I was like really passive and I had no self-esteem. So I was not gonna be the one to call her out. And I could have. I'm not gonna say I should have because I was a different person back then. And that's what I knew how to do was to kind of hide and shelter myself because I was really insecure. And then once that all ended up, well, that's a whole thing.
And then you met Karen and realized life could be different.
Yeah. First, I met Rebecca, and that was a 2-year party where somebody else didn't have any self esteem, and it was great because no one was going to call me out on my self destructive behaviors because they liked to party as much as I did. And it just turned into an absolute nightmare for about 2.5 years until I finally walked away from it, and that's when stuff changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was like we were partying all night, got in this huge argument. She passed out. I took a nap for about 3 hours, woke up, started drinking again, and then it's about, oh, I don't know, 7 or 8 in the morning, and I grab a suitcase and stuff everything I possibly could fit in it, which wasn't a ton, and went and spent my last $200 on a cab ride to Richmond, Virginia, and a bus ticket to Portland, Oregon. And basically detoxed on a 4-day Greyhound ride across the country. It was insane. But I realized I didn't have to treat myself like that anymore. Not that the destructive behavior stopped anytime soon, but I didn't need to be with anybody that made me feel more like shit than I already did.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we do. We attract the people that support the way we are. They have, or like have elements that are things that we need to deal with. Like call that the imago. Like the imago is your partner is they're like reflect parts of you that need addressing. Maybe I could be a better listener. Maybe I could this, and this person will help facilitate that. For example. But yeah, no, when I met Mrs. Beagle, I didn't know it could be like that. It was wild.
Takes a
Like
while to
being with
find that
some,
part.
yeah, being with somebody that and not have it serve a purpose. Like I need this person in my life because of this thing or whatever. There was no baggage. Well, I mean, there's baggage, but there wasn't like I need you. It's actually we choose to be together each day.
Yeah.
I don't need you to serve some weird psychological thing that I'm working through. Blah 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 blah. Back to mini painting. Too much life. Paint minis, so I don't think about life. Yeah.
Let me think about a different life. We craft
yeah.
a small story in our head about where this figure has been and try to bring the idea out and around.
I saw one of the entries for this contest, and it's like, I mean, it's a pretty small model, and they built this huge ass base for it. Like it's all base and backdrop and hanging branches and stairs and columns and all this stuff. It's like, where's the mini in this? It's like it's all diorama. You can't see the mini. You got so much going on here. I mean, it's cool. But it's like, whoa.
But I mean, it becomes cool, but it also becomes a problem because nothing is like you can't find the figure that you're trying to paint.
Yeah, it's like buried in all this other awesome backgroundy stuff. Well, it's because one of the requirements they've got listed on there was that, did you do anything different with the background or the base? I went, oh, I'm going to take that really seriously. I'm going to build a base. You watch it. I got your base. Well, and it's hard being called out when you value honesty, when it's a core value, and somebody questions that. That's maddening. The challenge is how to be in that because that's the only thing I have control over is how I respond to it. I don't have control over the situation itself or what they say or how they feel about it. And that's where the peace can come from because then my emotions aren't dictated by the things happening around me. I really just want to get this stick painted because I need to have this brown on here for context as I'm building the light on this crystal. Plus, I need to see the border of where I need to define the edge of this wood.
We have
Yeah,
to
you're
paint a stick.
absolutely.
It's brown.
It's brown. I know, right? It's like, which brown? How about this one? Okay, looks good. Yeah, we have permission to call each other out. People should. But abusive relationships are different.
Yeah.
They don't have permission to call each other out.
Well, I mean,
Someone doesn't have permission.
when you were talking about that, that reminded me of part of A Star Is Born, that movie with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
because I mean, to some degree, that was an abusive relationship, and there's part of that that actually made it into like the sound bites for one of the soundtrack itself. Um, where they were drinking and they were doing all kinds of stupid stuff, and she was like trying to get clean and serious, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, I'm not doing that."
Yeah, I mean, doesn't always mean like partner beating.
Yeah.
There's lots of levels of psychological abusive relationships. Get in there. You get under here. Hard. Awkward.
Mm. 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 Banana.
What these funky jams going on over here? It's
I've got lo-fi
like,
going on over this side. This is
nice.
the theme song.
Ah, cool. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I mean, I feel very fortunate to have this time, you know, not not employment. It's been nice for sure.
It's nice, but you still miss part of the enjoyments of having.
Yeah, I like the money, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I don't know. I never know what things are going to turn out like. I know I need more of that brown. Where are you, brown? There you are. Brown number 69.34. Oh.
Mhm. Yeah. So our next question is, what color should we take and make these long flowing robes? Bum, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum.
Mm. It's a quiet, reflective day.
It's one of those days where I like Chimera paints, but sometimes they do really stupid things and I need extra shaking.
Mm.
So like actively hold down on the vortex mixer for like a count in your head so you're not like annoying people. Like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Um, 'Cause I'm trying to think of how I want to do this robe and cloak. Once I get it fixed, I feel like I need to do something aside from keep it flat and smooth. Just a little bit, right?
Texture it. No, let me see. Oh, you got ads.
Do I?
Add. Yeah. Yeah. Let me refresh this. Hold on. Maybe you don't. Yep, you do.
I shouldn't.
Yeah, I see them. Catch Pretty Paints right after this ad break. Stick around to support the stream.
Something jump on you? The last thing should still be Laden Rose's comment about partners. I'm calling out bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, this morning during Zombie stream, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna test out the new MindWorks heavy body paints." And I asked, I was like, I hadn't read his title all the way. He's like, "Yeah, it's the heavy bodies." And Five Agent or somebody else was in chat, and they go, "Don't you mean the hard body?"
That's
And everybody's like talking and giving them crap. I'm like, so I guess today we're just gonna start renaming all the paints to be like the thick body, the hard body, the something
Yeah.
else body, and it's like, yeah, I don't think about like all of the
That's
various
funny.
things that we have to say out loud sometimes for ourselves. For like all the different painting terms. I'm like, I don't know. Right. That's gonna be too blue. Feel you're not going to serve my purposes, I do not think.
Trying to cover up this little coffee stain I got on her. I can bury it in layers of paint over and over and over.
More layers.
More layers, more.
Okay.
Stretchy stretch. Where we at? Argue. Get out of the garbage.
No,
We-
garbage is
Are
tasty.
we, are we doing that now? Now we're like garbage scrounging. He figured out how to work the electric garbage can in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just goes over and puts his nose over it, and then it opens. It's like, wow, magic. But he's been pretty good about not getting into it, so that's good. He's a good boy. He never chewed up our stuff either when he was growing up. He was not one of those guys. He never chewed shoes or anything. I've heard horror stories of people leaving their pets alone to go to the store or whatever, and they come back and like the couch is shredded. Part of the corner of a wall chewed out. Like, oh my god.
So it's
great.
just like anxiety-ridden dogs that are doing that sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's something other serious ailment happening. That our backyard neighbors is going bananas the last few days. I swear to God, it's gonna be one of the most unhappy people. He's just angry. He sits out there and cusses at the top of his lungs, yelling at somebody all the time. He was up till 1:30 the other night because they get all lit, and then he starts going off. Like that motherfucker, man, fucking man.
That does not sound good.
It's less than pleasant for sure.
All right. So you wouldn't have a silk sash in the woods. So we can't do silk.
I'm gonna say, would you have to soak anything?
No, not. I mean,
Probably not as a healthy scout or whoever she is. What is her job?
not as an LP scout.
She's not enough. No.
So if we stipple it and we push texture in, we could create variation and make it not look flat.
Yep.
Or we could do it as flat as can be and make it be as smooth as we want.
Yeah, as long as you don't highlight it too much. Because then it will start looking like sheen. Keen. Where was I? Oh yeah. Speaking of stippling, tiny, tiny little dots.
It's going, KT. I'm just pondering how I want to tackle this green flowing robe. I want it to be green, but I don't know if I have the right greens on the palette right now. I don't think teal is going to be a valuable friend for me. I think I need to get the phthalo green and use an oxide green to create a separation of differences. Welcome in, Spoony.
Spoon handle. Hey, hey. Handle of the spoon.
So what you been up to, KT? This bitch getting high tonight. You got high last night too. But-da-da-dum, but-da-da-dum, but-da-da-dum. Said I was gonna do the
Happy
thing.
Saturday indeed. Back to nice.
Is going back to I gotcha. Yeah, so the green would carry up around all of that. Yeah, okay. We'll see how this works. I want some of the phthalo green, please and thank you. And some of the oxide green. Some of the purple. We might need to base coat all of this in a different green so I can bring the green up quicker. Which is A-okay. Because slopping a base coat down is A-okay.
Fun, fun. Actually, that would be no. Oh, chicken soup. Ah, good. Oh, not good. No fevers. Back. That's no good.
That's no bueno.
But as long as you're not bleeding from the eyes, you're still doing A-okay.
Also, make sure you have all your groceries in. Or KT. Was not fun, bro. 10 out of 10 would not recommend doing again.
I thought I was dying at one point. Ugh. No,
It's never
thanks.
fun.
Uh-uh. Not good. Hmm. All right, I'm going to take another little pause and shall return momentarily.
Take a moment to stretch. Bum 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 bum. Trying to let paint dry is pain in the butt.
And you got, why is it not only 4?
What's that?
Oh, it's not even 4 and I want to go to bed. That's because your body wants to rest.
Yeah. Your body wants to
Ye-
rest, and I may have to go do that tonight. Or at least call them on the break.
Where are we? Yeah. Crystal, 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 crystal. That works.
I mean,
Hard choices.
I will let you know what choice wins because more than likely you'll start doing one and the other will take over. Careful on the pallet swing.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Why can't you have it all?
I mean, I wish we could have it all, but there's usually a case in which you cannot.
Party pooper. Yeah, if I was sick, I'd have to play games in the living room. Though we got a TV in the bedroom, but the PS isn't hooked up to it.
How are you, sweet? Hey, can you look at me? Gotcha. All right.
More candy. Not fancy enough for a laptop.
Well, it also depends on the game you want to play. Not all
Right.
laptop games are. Not all laptops can handle the games you want to play. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Almost eaten all those odds. I need
Ah,
a
that's good.
emergency supply shipment. Bam, 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 bam. Just lots of little details. Dang. I don't have any candy, but I have strawberry shortcake Swiss rolls. Hell yeah. Got out of there. Actually, that should go the other way. Dang it. Woof. Woof, 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 woof.
Okay. All right, sweetie. You know what we got to do? We get to take a trip to the vet tonight because your eye is not getting better. I was hoping that it would,
Good.
but it is not. And you were very docile in comparison to your normal behavior. Yeah, I noticed it and I was waiting to see what would happen, but she has been
Good. How's
leaking
it going?
clear fluid for a while now. And she's been like extremely sleepy and she's been very near me. So I am probably going to have to end stream a little bit earlier than normal. Um, I'm going to have to take her to the vet. So
I
I'm going to
hope
raid
she
you
comes out
guys.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
she's going to be fine. It's just, I think something is in her eye or she's gotten it a little bit swollen on accident.
Good luck, Katra.
I'm going to raid her. I'm going to raid you guys into smiling. Oh, she'll be fine. Oh, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
I demand cat updates.
I'll let you know. Uh, Smiling Beagle. You did take studios out of your name.
Well, it's only on Twitch because I named it wrong when I set up the account initially. And I can't change it, so
You technically can change it.
it lets me capitalize it, but it won't let me actually change the words, can I?
After 60 days, I believe you can.
Ooh, I'll have to check.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read into Smiling, and then I'm gonna go take her into the vet. Um, She's
Alrighty,
opening
good luck
her
out
eye.
there.
It's not that bad. It's just
Hi, buddy.
Catra.
Whoa.
Catra. Catra. Hey. Thank you
How
so
you doing,
much.
Arjun?
So
Wrong side. Come over here.
I'm sorry to cut it
There.
short. I need to go take care of it. It's bothering me.
Alrighty.
So I will see you all next week, or we'll see you on Monday, because we will not be doing